Hello world, Krista here with Books and Jams, and it's time to find out what I'm going to be reading in June. In June, I actually only have 3 weeks that could potentially be good reading weeks because the 4th week of June, I am going to take some kids from my church to a camp in New Hampshire, and I'll probably bring a book with me. I know that I'll bring a book with me, but I will have very limited time to actually do any reading during that week. So I tried to keep my TBR a little bit on the smaller side. It's gonna still look pretty big, but I read over 10 books in the month of May, and actually every month this year has had some really higher numbers than what I've previously had. So we'll see how much I actually am able to read. I guess we'll find out as the month goes on. The main book that I'm planning on reading during the month of June is the book that was chosen for my Goodreads read-along group for this month, and that is a classic, and it's North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I am super excited to read this book. I think it's the BBC version, the miniseries. I love it. This is about a woman named Margaret Hale who with her family is uprooted from their country, comfortable life, and they have to move to an industrial town, and she doesn't feel like she fits in. Things are very different in society and in the way things happen around her, in the way people are treated, and just everything is so different from what she's used to, and she has to learn to adjust. And of course there's a romance involved, but her eyes really become open to poverty and suffering in a way that she never experienced while living out in the country. So I'm really looking forward to this book, and I hope I enjoy it as much as I enjoy the miniseries, and I know that I'll enjoy reading it and discussing it in my read-along group. So if you have any interest whatsoever in reading North and South, I hope that you join in the fun. I have 2 buddy reads that I'm going to be doing this month. The first I'm reading with Patrice, who is one of my subscribers, and we together will be reading Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. And this is a book that a lot of people had to read in school, but I never did. So it's a kind of a shorter book. I'm assuming it'll be a relatively quick read. I'm looking forward to discussing that with Patrice and reading that together with her. This is about burning books, and really that's the only thing that I know. But it's a book that, again, a lot of people had to read in school that somehow I never did. So I look forward to reading that. The second buddy read that I'll be doing this month is with April from Getting Hygge With It, and together we are going to be reading Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book. In the last 6 months or so, I've heard a lot about Octavia Butler, not so much recently, but I haven't read any of her books yet, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. This is somewhat of a dystopian book about this young girl who kind of lives in this religious community and wants to escape out into the world, and kind of it deals with faith, or her coming up with her own version of what she believes in this world. So I'm looking forward to reading this one with April and letting you know what I think. Then I have a monthly project that I'm doing. For those of you who are new, I have a Booktuber Recommends jar, and at the beginning of the year I asked 12 booktubers who I love and respect if they could recommend a book for me, and I'm kind of gonna cheat this month. Typically I would open this up and pick one out, but because I know I have such a busy month planned already with other things and the BooksWapAThon, which I haven't mentioned yet, I kind of cheated and chose the book that I want to read this month. I knew that Jen, the librarian, recommended 2 children's or middle grade children's books, children's classics. I'm not sure what they are exactly, but so I'm going to be reading Mandy by Julie Edwards, or The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane by Kate DiCamillo, whom I love. So I already chose this one out of the jar. I'm allowed to do that, right? It's my jar. I just know I'm going to have a busy month this month, and I wanted something that I was confident that I could finish in the month. So I know there are books like Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Mistborn in the jar, and I knew that I wouldn't have time in June to read those. So I picked this one out. Like I mentioned, coming up in the 3rd week of June is the BooksWapAthon, which is a brand new readathon that I'll be hosting with Derby from Derby Lane Reading. And I'm so excited about this because we have come up with 5 challenges that involved swapping books in some way. So I will link down below my announcement video about that. One of the challenges is that you can swap a book with a buddy, and you can do that with somebody that you know in real life or a BookTube friend that you already have, or you can fill out the Google form that we have created and get paired up with a buddy. The deadline for that Google form is this coming Saturday, June 3rd. So if you're hoping to get paired up with a buddy, go ahead and fill that form out. Again, I will link that down in the description box below. So I'm not going to show you these 2 books, but I've already chosen 2 books for the BookSwapAthon. Both are on the shorter side, so hopefully they will be ones that I can read quickly. I did show a sneak peek on Derby's channel, so I should probably do the same thing, but Bird Box is one of the books that I will be reading. So I hope that you join in for that week. Have some fun with us. We have a Twitter, and there will be challenges and a couple prizes throughout the week, so hopefully you'll be able to join in with us from June 18th to the 24th. Also this month I will be doing a try a chapter tag, and I have the 5 books chosen for that already, so I am putting those in here. I'm not sure which one of those I will be reading this month, but I will be doing that later on in the month, so be looking forward to that video. And finally, I just wanted to do something a little interactive for my TBR this month. So I am going to try to figure out how to do a poll. So keep your eyes up in the corner up there, or you can just comment down below. I have 3 books that are, all 3 are YA fantasy, and ones that are widely loved and talked about here on BookTube, and I own the first in all of these series, and so I wanted your help to decide which one I should begin with this month. So let me show you the 3 that I have, and then please tell me which one you've read and loved, or which one you think I should start with, either in the comments or if I can figure out the poll. The first of those is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Then I have Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. And thirdly, I have A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I don't know too much about any of these series. I have read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, so I do know a little bit about the Grisha world, but not very much. I know that this has a little bit of paranormal, which I'm not sure I'm going to like, but people really love this series, and I need to jump on the V.E. Schwab train because she's widely loved. And I believe this is about a man who can jump through parallel Londons, but I don't really know much more than that. I would like to start one of these series, and I would like your help deciding which one to start. So please tell me, which one should I start with? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. So these will be among the books that I read during the month of June. Help me out and decide which one of these, and all of these will be read hopefully this month as well, along with one of those. So that is my TBR for the month of June. I would love to hear from you down in the comments about books that you're looking forward to this month. I don't have in this list a nonfiction, and I am trying to read one nonfiction every month. Hopefully in my wrap up at the end of June, you will see one nonfiction book included. I just don't know what that will be quite yet. I can't wait to chat with you down in the comments, and I'll be talking to you soon in my next video. Bye!